The tariffs on Canada have been increased from 25 to 35%, and they took effect at midnight. Goods that are compliant with the CUSMA are exempt from those higher tariffs, but Canadian steel, aluminum, and just recently copper pipe and wiring will face a steeper levy, 50%. With me now is David Adams, President and CEO of Global Automakers of Canada. David, thanks as always for joining us, although not the best day to be joining us with everything that is unfolding right now.
Well, it certainly is a challenge, Roger. Thanks for having me. I think as far as the automotive industry is concerned, nothing really has changed. The auto tariffs remain as they were. And from our perspective, it's unfortunate that the president and the prime minister weren't able to come to a deal that would resolve not only the auto tariff issue, but also the other sectoral issues that we're facing. And, to add insult to injury, then we have the increase in the tariff from 25% to 35% as well. So ongoing challenges. And, it is unfortunate that for whatever reason, Canada seems to be singled out for higher tariffs apart from all of the other trading partners that the United States has.
Now, that new tariff is there anything on that has an impact on the auto industry, or is most everything in the auto industry CUSMA compliant?
Most everything is CUSMA compliant, so really the impact is the same. But I think, as we've always said, the industry has always said that any tariff on the automotive industry is highly problematic. The whole our history of building vehicles together, Canada and the United States, for 60 years has been working together to build vehicles together on the premise of duty-free access between the countries. So any tariff that remains is going to be highly problematic, and that's why we need to continue to work to find a solution that eliminates this tariff.
And is it starting to have an impact now? Everything that's been unfolding over the last 6 months, 8 months, is it starting to have an impact on the industry? We're seeing some major losses.
Yeah, I mean, certainly the various auto companies are impacted in different ways, but you've certainly seen some of the auto companies come out with tariff bills, for instance, that are in the billions of dollars, and that's only sustainable for so long. I think the other reality is that production has fallen slightly, just as everybody is trying to see what the final environment, if there is a final environment, is going to be that they're going to be operating in. So continued uncertainty, and really we need to try and get this resolved as quickly as we can here with the United States.
What else can the auto industry tell Donald Trump about the impact that these tariffs are having on the auto industry in North America?
Well, I think the reality is that we have been building vehicles, Canada and the U.S., together for 60 years. And I think at least we appreciate that the U.S. has seemed to recognize that there's a high degree of U.S. content in vehicles that are built in Canada, and that has somewhat ameliorated the impact of the tariff on Canadian-built vehicles. But look, we all need to be working together in North America to use the strengths that each of the three countries have to build a highly competitive industry here. Because if we're squabbling amongst ourselves, our competitors globally are not asleep at the switch. They're continuing to move forward. So it's in the best interest of the United States to resolve these trade issues that they have with Canada, with Mexico, as quickly as possible. And hopefully we can move together as a unified unit collectively to address the global competitive environment.
Okay. David, thanks as always for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
David Adams is President and CEO of Global Automakers of Canada.